What's the biggest flip you've ever done?
$1
To what?
to 500 to 1,000. Like last week, I remember I flipped one to 200.
$1.
Yeah, yeah.
That is crazy.
On
To
synthetics,
think
yeah,
about it,
yeah, yeah.
it's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Because that means if you had like $100, you would have flipped to 200.
The Mind of a Trader podcast, where we outthink the market.
If you're in a trade right now, take a pause. If you haven't analyzed the markets, don't move. This might be just what you need. This is the Mind of a Trader podcast where we cut through the noise, focus on execution, and break down the mindset behind every move. This is where discipline meets strategy. I am your host presenter Ali, and this is where real traders sharpen their edge. Let's get into it. And of course, guys, we are in Dubai, at the heart of Dubai, and I've been able to meet one and only, all the way from South Africa to Dubai. His name is Marvin MKHIZE, an influential and an influential guy in the forex trading space, and I'm so excited and happy to finally meet you, brother. How are you doing?
I'm good in yourself.
I'm doing great. Looking sharp, man.
Thank you so much.
This
Same
has
as
been a
you.
long time coming. We've planned it for a while, and I'm so
Yeah.
happy to finally have it.
Yeah,
Many people
yeah.
know you, many people have heard of you, but please, it's your time. Introduce yourself.
I'm Marvin
Yes.
from South Africa.
Yes.
I've been in the business for some time now.
Yes.
You know, I still have a lot of things to learn. You know, I'm not yet where I want to be. There's still a long way to the dream, but
Yes.
we thank God for the path and where we're currently at right now. So I'm working in the financial space, more especially the brokerage
Yes.
within Forex, and this is what I've been doing.
Yes.
You know, I've heard a lot of beautiful things about you.
Thank you so much.
And it's a pleasure to work with you as well. You know, I've always wanted to.
Yes. Having to learn that you started as a forex trader and right now you are almost up there in the corporate ladder is actually mind blowing and inspiring. Had you always envisioned being here?
You know, like it's luck. You know, it's something that I saw it out there, but I think it's a path that has always been meant to be mine. You
Yes.
know, because I remember I saw the post online. It was forex trading, but I didn't understand what is financial markets. I just saw the beautiful cars. I remember there was one South African guy. He was the youngest billionaire. You know? And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, what is this guy doing? I can
Yes.
see he's driving nice cars. He's got bodyguards and all these things. They're having a seminar and he's coming from a helicopter. I also want to do this. You know, it was at my early ages that time, like around 18, 16. You know, so I was like, I also want to be the youngest billionaire. You know, but I didn't know what is actually the procedure to get to this business, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. And later on, you got a chance to come to Dubai.
Yes.
Was Dubai in your bucket list?
It was also luck,
Okay.
you know. So I would like to say everything that happened was just blessings, you know. It's something that happened within a blink of an eye. I just saw myself in Dubai. I didn't know why. And I wasn't even thinking that I would meet people that are in the financial space in Dubai, more especially forex trading, because there's a lot of strict rules in this country. So I was like, these are the things that are happening in South Africa, and once I get to Dubai, it's different. It's flights, it's boat, it's all these things. So I might as well just be in maybe cabin crew or flight attendants. You know, I wasn't thinking that this is like a central hub of forex trading.
Wow. The financial space is literally the heart of the forex trading space because most traders just begin their journey not knowing what to do, just trying to understand the charts, trying to understand the market. How important do you think it is for a trader to just not only understand how to trade, but as well understand the nitty-gritties when it comes to the financial market?
You know, it's so sad to understand that for us, more especially the African continent,
Yes.
we don't get access to this information.
Yes.
You know, and up to now, I can tell you that there's a lot of traders that are still waking up every day, trying to analyze, trying to make it. You know, I've got friends that are literally in the markets for a very long time, but they can't get a breakthrough. You know, the information is like not out there
Yes.
for us.
Yes.
That's one thing that I've realized. But it is very important to associate yourself with people that have been in the business for a very long time for you to understand exactly what is happening. Because now you get that people get exposed to things like scams because of lack of information.
Yes.
You know, you get online, there's social media noise, people are driving nice cars, and you literally believe whatever that they're teaching you, more especially in communities. They're selling bots, they're doing like a lot of things, you know. So to think of that, it's sad because people are losing also a lot of money into this business. People are taking their retirement funds and they want to invest into the information that doesn't exist. So if you're a beginner, you need to, now it's good because we have ChatGPT. You know, you can literally go to ChatGPT and get the process of getting into this career, you know, in a proper way. But invest in knowledge, understand what is a liquidity provider, what is it that you're doing. I try to simplify it, you know, when I will speak with a lot of people to say, it's the same thing as buying physical gold, maybe let's say in Kenya, and you sell it in the market. But the only difference is it's in the digital space. You are given a platform to buy while you're sitting at home, and the liquidity providers are giving you an opportunity also to participate without having millions, you know. You need to look at it that way. So if you can understand the base of where this thing is coming from, then it will be easy for you not to fall prey. You know, it will be easy for you. It will not be easy for scammers to get you, you know, buying bots that are not working. You know, you need to understand how to check statistics. You know, proven statistics is one of the most important criteria that you need to have as an individual to say, okay, this is Marvin. I saw him on a podcast and he's very influential. I want to join his community or something like that, you know, to say, show me your statistics.
Wow.
Let me see your FX book. I can see that you're driving a nice car, you're dressing nice, you're living the life in Dubai, but where is your real account? I remember I was watching your show. There's one guy that was literally making a withdrawal, from his account.
Yes,
I was like, okay, this is the withdrawal to the Binance. Here's the money. This is the previous balance, and this is the current
balance.
exactly. You know, these are the people we're looking for in the market.
Yes.
Unlike someone who's like, okay, I'm driving a Lambo, and if you wanna be making
Like
money, he has a book or he has a bot or course. You know, it doesn't work. People are misleading our people, and they are messing up this whole entire thing. You know, so as a beginner, it's very important to know all those things and find a mentor that is authentic at all times.
Yes.
You know, not someone who's flashing a lifestyle.
Did you ever have a chance to maybe get someone like that?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
For me, I met a guy, my partner, the one that I told you about. He was very authentic, you know, when I met him. I remember when I first met him, when we eat, I would literally just take out my phone and want to take content of the food. And it's like, why do you want to take content of the food? Because if you're doing the right thing, this is something that you can literally do on a daily basis.
Yes.
You know, you need to be able to afford this. So it takes me to a phrase that a lot of successful people like to use to say, I will not only screenshot, I will have money to buy. You know?
Yeah, I know that.
So he was literally telling me that, to say, Marvin, we're eating fine dining, and you don't have to be taking pictures. You know, you just eat, enjoy, and you'll get a life that will help you afford this on a daily basis.
Yes.
You know?
There is a thin line actually when it comes to looking at a forex trader who is successful and a forex trader who looks successful.
Yes.
And it is something that Africa is a growing industry. I believe they really need to understand that, because you will say, yes, I am a successful forex trader, the first thing they'll ask you, what car you're driving, where do you live? And I believe that really needs to change, because it's not, life is not about that. Yeah. And for you, it is something that you've been able to build even without having to show the cars, without having to show the mansions and all that. Do you believe there are people out there who look for that real value other than, just looking at the flashy lifestyle?
Okay. That goes to sales, my profession.
Yes.
I learned that when I came to corporate.
Yes.
I then understood that when I'm looking for clients online, the people that are having flashy cars and all these things as clients, they bring no business. But you go to someone who's like always wearing a short, he's got like 200 followers. These are the people that are depositing like 5 million, 6 million. And you ask yourself why. Because when you check these people, they don't care about the Lamborghinis that you are posting online or the LVs, because they have all those things. What they want is to invest, They're so-called investors.
Yes, yes.
So you can't attract such people by flashing a lifestyle, because they have those things. They want to see your statistics, they want your FX book, and they want to see if maybe, let's say, you
Your
have a
investor
PAM,
password.
percentage allocation management module. They want to see how many people are there and what is your statistics, how much have you made. And trust me, these are the people that will invest a lot of money. But the ones who are like posting Lamborghinis and all these things, they bring nothing.
Wow. Now let's dive a little bit deep into the brokerage industry, because it is a key industry for us as retail traders, because you can literally never trade without a broker.
Of course.
So many people in the world who are traders really do not understand the brokerage business, and I want to take it from you, to get it from you. What are some of the things that someone should actually look at when they are deciding that this is the broker I want to work with?
Okay. So when you trade, you're putting your money in it, right? So you need to be able to get the money back. But how do we do transactions, number one? So the most important thing is to check the regulation. Where is the company regulated at? If the company is regulated at South Africa, FSCA, and you are trading in UAE, you need to check that with the South African regulation, the company will be able to open a bank account in the UAE. No. They need an ESCA license, which is the UAE regulation. So it means if you are using the UAE KYC in Dubai, you need to make sure that the company has ESCA and they do have like a local bank. So that means they will have a PSP that allows you to do transactions here, right? So there's people that are not checking all those things, regulations and payment solutions, before they can start trading. Like a broker that is unregulated can put a spread there, lower spread. They can give you the highest leverage, 1:10,000. But if you deposit, will you be able to get your money paid back? And if you are having a problem with the company, say for instance you're making 10 million, where are you going to report this company? We've had cases of people that were trading with companies, they make 10 million and they book flights to go to where the companies are registered. And when they get there, it's offshore or the office is not there. So you made 10 million and you can't get it back. So with these things that I've mentioned now, it's easy for you to then say, okay, I've got my last $10,000 or $100,000. If this company is giving me a problem, ESCA is there. They are regulated under ESCA. I can simply go to them. I'll get the payment solution and all the things I need to fight for my money back. This is something that is very important. Then from there, we will move from regulations to now servers. Do they have good servers? Do they have MT4, MT5? And with these platforms also, you need to have certain regulations before you can acquire these platforms. So now, if a company is justifying to say, no, we don't have MT4 or we don't have MT5 because this is the new platform. No, it's not that in most cases. When you know, you'll understand that. They don't have MT4 and 5 because they are not licensed or regulated.
Yes.
Because you need the regulation for you to be able to get that.
Yes.
You know, so these are the the things that people need to check before they get into investing a lot of money.
Yes.
You know, don't go for bonuses and high leverage.
100%
you understand?
Yeah, I get it.
Because if now you're getting 100% welcome bonus, it tells you what? It tells you that you are booked. It's virtual money.
Yes.
It means you're trading on a demo account. So all these flashy things, leverage and all that is things that you need to check as mark as red flags in the market.
Let's talk a little bit about the cost of trading, because I feel like that is where we get the spreads coming in, and many traders do not actually even look at that. Is it good to get like a broker that doesn't like exploit you so much when it comes to the costs? So we have brokers giving raw plus 12, and I think that's crazy, man. What do you think it's important for traders to understand that aspect?
Very important. It's very important because you should be able to trade as little as $10, $50. And now there's companies that are saying, minimum deposit has to be 1,500, 250. I've seen that.
Yes.
Why is that? Because spreads are wide.
Yeah.
So they know that if their spreads are wide, let's say for instance, in out they're charging you $10. You can't deposit 10 because if it's in out 10, it's 20. So it means with 10 you can't trade. It's expensive. And what causes that? What causes that is having third parties within your company. You get that you are a company that is white labeled by another company that is getting a liquidity provider somewhere else. So now there's 3 there, and then there's 2 there, and then there's another 3 there. When you combine that, it's like 10 in, 10 out.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense. So if you're dealing with companies that are taking you direct to the LP, you know that you're going to pay less because they are paying less charges.
Yes.
Easy.
Now, let's get it into trading itself. This is something you started,
Yes.
and the first question when we met that I asked is, do you still trade? And what type of a trader would you say you are right now?
Okay. For me, I would like to say I'm a swing trader now because I'm busy with a lot of things. I'm doing interviews, I speak at events, and I do meetings. I've got back-to-back meetings. So if I'm holding a position, it will be maybe, let's say, for 2, maximum 3 days, provided I'm getting a swap-free account. So, mostly this is popular here. It's a very good selling point because mostly people want standard Islamic accounts because we are in the Islamic country, So we're getting swap-free standard account. So it's easy for me to swing, So I love to swing on higher time frames, I mostly execute my trades, like the most important candlestick that I look for is on a weekly time frame. I can see it with one eye and execute, but I still trade. But if you want me to break it down for someone that doesn't have time, because for you to get to a weekly time frame where you just look at the candlestick and you execute, you need a lot of experience. You need to be able to do your top-down analysis so that you can get to a 5 minutes time frame, look at your order blocks and all that, understand the combination of the fundamental and the technical analysis, which is something that is mostly important. So what I do is I would go to my investing.com, check the filter the high impact news events. Then I'll know that, okay, if I am taking a trade on a weekly time frame, it means when NFP comes, it's going to push this candle up. So I'll literally be holding it there, then put a 1% risk versus reward ratio, then I'm good, When it hits my TP, I'm done. And in most cases, maybe I would lose 2 trades out of 5.
Wow.
You understand?
That's
so it's profitable.
Yes. And let's talk about a good risk to reward, because sometimes we take trades and they give us like 0.5s of what you risk. Sometimes risking $100 to get like 50, risking $100 to get like 200. What is a good risk to reward ratio? Would you say something probably above 1:3 or 1:5? For you, what is it?
For me, I would say 1:3.
1:3.
Yeah.
That is the minimum.
Yeah, that is the minimum.
So if you see a setup that is giving you less than that, you don't take it.
You don't take it.
Okay.
But there's another formula that I use for trading. It's like an Excel sheet.
Yes, yes.
Because I believe that, like this, I don't like to touch it a lot on the podcast, because when you are corporate, there's some of the things you are signing and
Yes.
But
I understand. Yeah.
to have an Excel sheet when you are trading, it's very important. You know why? This helps you with psychology. Because the candlesticks, the way the market is moving, it's meant for you to make profit in 10 days and you will put it back in. It's a cycle.
Okay.
Psychological. So you can literally see the same candlestick pattern, execute, make money, but at the end of the day, the money is going to go back.
Yes.
Why? Because you're analyzing the whole day, maybe you're taking a lot of setups and all those things, not understanding exactly what is happening in the liquidity side.
Yes.
But if you're trading using the Excel sheet, say for instance, you only want to make 2% or 5% a day, this is more than enough. So if you have an initial, let's say for instance, of 10,000 and you're only making 10% or 5% or 2% of that, depending on your style of trading, because there's people that are literally trading high frequency trading. So for high frequency, we're talking about people that are looking for fixed APIs. They want you to connect them direct, maybe to the Meta server and all that. It comes with the charges because, they deposit more than 5 million, 10 million. But for the retail trader, you need to use this method. It will help you. Just take one trade on a good setup a day and only target maybe 2% if your initial is between 100 to 1,000. This is going to help you. In 30 days, when you calculate that, you'll see that you're literally making a lot of money. It's better than trading, opening a position today, you're making 1,000, tomorrow you lose 600.
Yes.
You make again 2,000,
Yes.
tomorrow you lose 1.5. There's no progress there. When you calculate end of the month, you see that, okay, I made 1,000, I took a screenshot, posted it in my group, but when I check my overall profit, I only made $200 here. But with this small profits, I'll share the Excel sheet with
It's
you.
like compounding slowly.
Exactly, compounding slowly
Yes.
with a percentage to say, okay, I've got 100, I only want to make 2% every day.
Yes.
On a good setup. And you can literally wait for the setup. Let's say, for instance, you are trading W formation.
Yes.
Wait for your first leg, your brilliant reversal, second leg, confirmation, your mitigation zone on the order block, you put your 1% stop loss, you just take 10%, you close.
Yes.
If you do that consistently, because the market is forming M's and W's every day.
Wow.
Asian session when the market opens. I have a friend of mine in UK, he trades that. Asian session when the market opens. He knows that it's completing the last leg of either a M or a W on gold. So he only takes 10% a day. That's high frequency, it's high risk. But if you have 10,000, 20,000 is good. If you have $100, you can literally take 1.5 or 2% every day. If you calculate that in a month, that's a lot. Because if you're making 110 and you're making 10% again, you're no longer making, let's say, 10% of 100. You're making 10% of 110.
Yes.
The next day again,
10%
of a greater number.
Yes.
It's smart.
Yeah. Speaking of swing trading, this is something that I personally have tried and I've struggled with so much, but it's highly rewarding. And one of the things that I feel like most traders struggle with is you could be in drawdowns, literally even for 3 days. You're swinging, so maybe you've got your setup, but you're waiting for days to see yourself get into profits. Did you struggle with that cycle of patience?
Yeah. And sometimes you get that you are on a very big drawdown
Yes,
percentage.
yes.
You need to redeposit
Yes.
to protect your account.
Yes.
You know, that comes again to when you talk about drawdown. It's
Yes.
very important to understand your drawdown percentage. Why? Because you will not. You see the thing of barcoding on
Yes.
the charts.
Yes.
Hey, some people are just barcoding, they're opening a lot of positions. When you check the drawdown percentage, it's like -5.
Yes.
You are almost gonna blow the
Blow the
account
account,
there.
yeah.
So you need to understand the formula of drawdown, lot size, and initial balance.
And the stop loss.
And the stop loss. You need
Yes.
to be able to calculate all those things. Then you
Yes.
always be safe in the market. Because now, I don't understand why people... I stopped blowing accounts when I started doing that, you know, calculating. Your drawdown percentage will tell you, margin percentage will tell you that, no, you can't open another. As much as the equity is going to allow you because of leverage,
Yes.
but you need to understand that the margin percentage doesn't allow you to open more trades.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've had podcasts on my podcast of traders who say confidently that they don't use stop loss. Have you ever been in that phase, and maybe what would you advise them?
Okay. Let me say, if I give you now, what is your favorite car?
Favorite car, I'd say a Lambo.
A Lambo.
Yes.
If I give you a Lambo now without brakes, will you drive it?
No.
You understand?
Yes.
Like, it doesn't make sense. Okay, as much as from the liquidity provider point of view, a stop loss is something that exposes you to manipulation, right? Because when your dealers, operations dealing desk, when they want to do anything, they are hunting for stop losses.
Yes.
But it's better to get stopped out or get manipulated or get your spread widened than to blow an account.
True.
You understand? Because the minute they look for they hunt for stop losses, they'll literally take all those small stop losses out. But if you don't have a stop loss, it means they're going down, deep down with you, and you are out.
Wow. Let's talk also about risk management. I also heard people in the podcast who believe in flips. Have you been there, and also what did you tell them? Flipping accounts.
Yeah.
Overnight.
Flips are good.
Yes.
Flips, they need an Excel sheet as well to say, okay, I've got 10K, and I'm going to deposit maybe, let's say, 1,000 every day.
Yes.
And try to flip it.
Yes.
You know. But if you're having 1,000 and you want to flip, no.
You'd rather break it to
10.
10.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like you deposit 10 times to say, I have 1,000, I'm going to take this opportunity when Asia opens, and I'll literally flip.
Yes.
In that case, it makes sense, because if you have 10, now you deposit 1,000 and you flip, it means now you make 4,000, you have 3,000 to deposit more.
Yes.
So your 10,000 is still safe. So you can literally just take the 10,000, put it there, and start with this 3,000. So you have 3 more opportunities, you know, and your investment is safe. So I used to do it like that.
Yes.
But you can't flip with your last deposit.
With your rent.
No. You can't do that. You
Yes.
know? No.
Yeah. And
But I believe in flips.
You
I
believe in flips?
With
What-
discipline, you know.
what's the biggest flip you've ever done?
$1
To what?
to 500 to 1,000. Like last week, I remember I flipped one to 200.
$1.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
On
To
synthetics.
think
yeah,
about it, it's
On-
actually crazy.
Yeah.
Because that means if you had like $100, you would have flipped to 200.
But maybe it was not going to happen. You know why?
Yes.
Because if it's 100, you're scared to lose it. What happens with small accounts when you have 5, it's 5. I can't withdraw 5.
yes.
So let me just open and forget
The
it.
emotions are not
yeah.
there.
Then you come back, it's on 200.
Yes. Yeah. Does it mean like the emotional part of trading is also something that affects
Exactly,
us?
because you are not attached to $1. It's something that you're willing to lose.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there is also a thin line when it comes to being emotionally attached to money because to the trading money, because some people really believe that when you put the money in your MT5 in your trading view,
It's
whatever,
gone.
you don't have a connection with it. But at some point, we also have not to trade as robots. We also have to be human. Do you think it's important to just completely detach from the money you put in the market,
Yes.
or do you think it's okay to feel some type of way sometimes?
No feelings at all. You know why? Because you start calculating.
Okay.
Even before you close the position, you start calculating that, hey, I had 1,000, so I made 1,000 more. So I have rent for 2 months. Hey, if I can have rent for 6 months, it will be nice. So now when you start to experience a drawdown, you want to over leverage. Why? Because now you're thinking that, hey, I'm losing rent now for this month. And I was thinking that I'm having rent for 6 months.
Yes.
So you'll take uncalculated, decisions.
Yes.
You understand? And
Yeah.
you end up now taking your last money, you want to put it in leverage so that you can save the account, So always trade what you're willing to lose. It's like starting a business. If you open a business, whatever that you're putting in there,
Let it
you're
flow.
done. Yeah, you
Yes.
detach from it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about something I'm sure very many people would now actually be interested in. What is your strategy?
Beat the market makers method.
Yes.
It made more sense when I got to corporate. It made even more sense when I was sitting next to a dealing desk. Dealing desk is the guys that are moving a candle from there. You see a gap, after some time it closes. You see your spread from 14 to 23.
Yes.
And I was like, okay. Because they are creating the market. You understand? We've got standard, we've got ECN. You understand? What is that? I think ECN is Electronic Connections Network. There's literally a lot of accounts there where you can literally see what is happening and you can do whatever you want to do. So different brokers, they take different networks like your STP, straight through processing, and your ECN. So when you are there, you need a very strong dealing desk. And you'll then understand that, hey, if you're a candlestick pattern trader, trust me. Because the market makers, they are forming these patterns.
Yes. Yes. I understand what you're saying.
Trading is like playing chess. They give you a move so that you can be kicked out, right?
Inducing the novices.
Induction, exactly what I wanted to say. So they will induce you to take a position and like, okay, we are bullish here. This is a swing for the whole week.
Yes.
Let's go. But if you don't understand it exactly, a lot of you will fall there, and trust me, you're going to get stopped out.
Wow.
Which is what they literally do. But if you're trading a BTMM, it's good because it gives you the average daily reversal of the day. So what you literally have to be looking for is when your market is overbought and oversold. So you don't want to be trading the market on the accumulation phase where now there's monopoly there playing around. So you only take one trade. One big trade a day is enough, or swing.
Yes.
Because you know that if your trade is at 1.67 something, right? That's the highest of the day, unless if there's high impact news events.
Yes.
So the Beat the Market Makers method helped me to identify the peak formation highs and lows of the day, and you get that end of day or beginning of the day. So when you wake up early, you can catch the move. Once it touches the average daily reversal high or low of the day, it's your TP, take profit target. You're done for the day. You wait for the next day. Don't be on the charts 24/7 trying to. It's not going to work.
Wow.
Because there's people that are there trying to induce you to take
Trades.
bad decisions.
Yes. Okay. For how long did it take you to actually learn this? And do you also incorporate it with other strategy?
Yep. I literally trade almost everything, but I combine it with the BTMM. And trust me, trading is not something that you can learn in. It's like starting a business. When you build a business, you can't say, hey, I'm the best business owner or CEO in the country. You learn a lot of things. You come across a lot of obstacles, and you learn as you go. Even now, there's still a lot of things I'm learning. You know, I'm not an expert. I'm not there. I might be doing good, understanding some of the things, but there's still a lot of things because now we're evolving with time as well. There's a lot of things that are being introduced in the market, you know. So it takes time to understand more, especially a strategy, because you meet a lot of people that are trading different strategies, and if you are not confident with your style, you'll migrate from one to the other, and that will delay you. So for me, I'm glad that when I started everything, I was alone.
Okay.
So I had a chance to focus on one thing up until I saw it giving me good returns. Then I was like, okay, let me try this, but I'm still a BTMM guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
ICT, smart money.
It's a combination.
Yes, yes.
Inner cycle trader and beat the market makers method, it's combined.
Okay.
Because when I execute on smaller time frames, I use ICT.
Okay.
But for the trend or the overall direction of the market, I use BTMM. And then I will combine it with smart money concept as well, for order blocks, mitigation zones. But the most important thing is to understand the golden ratio, you know, on the Fibonacci, to say, this is how the market moves.
Yes.
The market moves with W's and M's. So this will be like, I wish we had like a board.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
Now, this will be like your first leg, and then you are having your 1.6180 brilliant reversal, right, which is like your 50% according to the Fibonacci.
Yes, yes.
And then you'll have your retest, right, and then you complete your last leg. It's a W, right? So when you want to take a trade, you don't take your trade on the first leg or on the brilliant reversal. You take the confirmation when it forms the last leg. Why? Because it will give you an opportunity to say, this is my first leg, the first peak formation there. We went up, retested 50%, right? And then we came down just above your last peak formation. That's where your entry is at, and then we're forming the last leg. Then you put your stop loss. So you just take a percentage from that and you close a day. Yes. But you wait for your M's and W's. If you're going down, you wait for an M. If you're going up, you wait for a W. Yes. Simple for a swing.
So the key is literally patience. Just wait for your
Patience.
setup.
Wait for your setup. So if you don't understand top-down analysis, or if you don't know how to analyze the charts, what are you waiting for? You're waiting for a pin bar, a hammer, a bullish engulfing, but you don't know which leg, because a bullish engulfing can happen on the first leg, or it can happen on the brilliant reversal, or on the last leg. So you might see it, but you are seeing it at the wrong time, at the wrong place.
Okay. As a swing trader, what you said you use the daily time frame?
Weekly.
The weekly time frame. That is for analysis.
Yes.
Which time frame do you use for your entries?
5 minutes, 1 minute.
5 minutes.
To get a sniper entry.
To get a sniper entry. What do you look for at that specific time?
So what I will do is, if I'm getting a W and I see that it's complete, I'll go to 1 minute and I'll look for the same setup. I'll wait for the same setup to form. Once it completes there, I execute. Let's say, for instance, I've been waiting for a W to form on a weekly time frame. That's a high time frame.
You will wait for long.
Exactly, for a very long time, or let's say daily, or 4 hours. If I want to scalp for a day, 1 hour or 4 hours there. So I'll wait for a setup to complete. Once it completes on that time frame, I immediately go to 1 minute and wait for the same setup to form.
Wow.
It will form very quickly. Once it forms, I enter.
You enter.
Done.
How many stop loss pips are we looking at?
Stop loss?
Pips. Like how
points?
Big? Yeah, points, yeah.
For me, I like to get like a bit of 10 points.
10 points?
Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah, 10 points. Because I don't want to lose a lot of money, you know. So 10 points is good for me. If I miss it, I'll do it again.
Yes.
But at least I lost like small amount of money.
Yes. A friend of mine tells me that the first thing as a trader is you do not think about making the money. You think about protecting your capital. And I think that is Very beautiful and
Yes.
very key thing for you to understand as a trader.
Yes.
What's next for Marvin? I mean, from South Africa to Dubai, climbing the corporate ladder, starting, your own businesses in the financial market space, in the forex trade space, doing speeches all over, doing panel discussions. What's next?
I think I'm gonna get to CEO level.
Ish.
Already
Amazing.
started. Yeah,
Amazing.
already started going there, and I wanna have the most authentic and highly regulated company in Africa.
Africa.
You know?
Wow.
And the experience I've had international, I wish I can give everyone an opportunity to experience it. Because the good thing about international is that there are no gatekeepers.
True.
Information is out there. You meet a guy, he's like, okay, I'm in dealing, I'm in corporate space, this is what I do. If you want to do it, come. But now, back home, what happens is that I'm Marvin from Dubai, I'm expert, I'm the only one. You know? So I want to build a platform where everyone is allowed to come and access the information. Because, I mean, we're not here forever.
Poverty is the enemy. That's what they say.
Poverty is the enemy. And
Yes.
also, we are not going to live forever.
Forever, yes,
So
yes.
there's people that have been in this business
Before
back
us,
then,
yeah.
and they never gave us information. We had to struggle, we had to dig, we had to get scammed. I got scammed so many times. I bought books that were not working, I paid money, people disappeared with my money. It happened. Sometimes I would take money from the house and I invest. It affects my family. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want the next guy to be working hard. The next thing he's investing on wrong information.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to build, and I will continue speaking. This is what I'm going to do. Like, I'm doing this to give people awareness about all the things. And most of the time, or sometimes, rather, let me say, I speak things that I'm not supposed to say, but to save the next person is better.
Yes, yes.
Because I'm not going to be here forever,
Yes.
So I don't want to gatekeep the information.
Yes,
Because life is tough out there, man. There's no opportunities back home. People are struggling. They see us living life and they're like, oh, I want to get there. I want to do it. But you're doing it the wrong way. I'll tell you, my brother, he knows that I'm doing this trading thing. But because of the system of back home,
The
you think,
mentality.
because he's my brother, he can't help me. When I tell him that, don't join this thing, don't do that, he thinks that, no, you're making money from this, but
You don't want
I
me
know
to
the reality.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So they end up getting scammed by other people, and I don't want to see that happening, more especially with my own brother.
Yes, yes.
You understand?
That was actually to take me to the next question of what do you think the future of forex or let's even talk about generally the future of trading in Africa looks like, because I mean we started from a point of us seeing the lifestyle, okay,
yes.
to us to people now rushing to get the courses and they end up being scammed, to people labeling trading as a scam. Now others still label trading as a gamble. What do you think the future looks like right now? Do you feel like the upcoming generation is going to have so much information?
I see, like what I see now, what is happening in Africa now, I see a lot of people getting into corporate. Because if the times we started, there was only white people from Africa who are doing this. Because which course? It's not in the university. If you study basic accounting, or it doesn't mean you can work in this space. You need to find someone that can pull you in, give you training so that you can. So this was Wall Street thing, and it was only for white people. And they were making like a lot of money with this. But now I see there's trainings about relationship management, business development in Africa, and there's a lot of people I know now who are getting opportunities in this space, which is something that is good. So now we are going to lose a lot of traders, and we're going to have a lot of professionals in the space.
Wow.
Because now traders are prey, right? And people are getting awareness to say it's even safer when you are working there as an IB or maybe business development, but as a trader, hey, you need to know exactly what you're doing. Because as a trader, what you have to do is you need to understand fixed APIs. You need to know how to negotiate liquidity provider deals with companies to say, guys, I can see your spread is like this, but I want you to connect me on that server. Because if you connect me here, this is B-book, and it means now my clients are at risk.
Yes.
And I'm running a portfolio of investors. I've got 10 people that are giving me 100 million, and I want to bring them to you. But with these conditions that you're giving me, I'm sorry. And now your execution speed per millisecond doesn't allow me to bring this volume.
Yes.
So in that case, these are the traders we're looking to build, because to be honest, that's the most profitable side, where you are having a MAM account and you have a good fixed API deal with a broker. They give you good conditions, good spread, no manipulation, direct server and all those things. Data center connected everywhere in the country. You can literally get good execution speed anywhere, and you bring your portfolio. The only thing you can do is to do content online and get the investors in, and you make sure that the funds are secured so that you can build your name. Because the minute you take your portfolio to a broker that is unregulated and they don't connect you to the right API, it means that now you are getting ready to be labeled a scam, because you're going to lose all the funds. People are going to come to you and they're going to say, we gave you money, you said you're a good trader, we saw your statistics, we know that your MT5 you were withdrawing, but now we gave you money, we are losing money. That's not because of you not knowing how to trade.
It is because of the system that you are using.
Because of the deal that you got.
Yes.
From the broker. They BB'd you, maybe they're putting slippages and all those things. Why? Because they're looking at this volume of funds that you're bringing. So when you build, but also focus on understanding the deals, more especially within the LP, because that's where the transactions are happening, trading is happening, executions are happening, check slippages and all those things. Very important. Then you will see candlestick patterns and analysis after. You understand?
Wow.
Yeah, this is very important, to be honest.
Wow, such a beautiful conversation with Marvin MKHIZE, all the way from South Africa, right now living in Dubai. And I mean, it is every trader's dream to actually, live here. And you are living the dream. So I really appreciate you for coming through for this conversation. It's been an eye-opener to many people who probably didn't know. And I'm telling you that we could have gone deeper into this conversation. It's just that time would not allow us. But if you would like us to invite Marvin again to actually break down his strategy, sit down with him, analyze from A to Z, please comment the word strategy, and we'll make sure that I try to bribe him again to come. Yeah, I can try to bribe him again to just come, and we've actually been able to do that with other traders where they come, break down the strategy. We get a board, we draw everything from the charts, understanding, one strategy, the mindset behind every move, and that is what this podcast is all about. I really appreciate you for your time. Looking forward to seeing you on the Forex Expo on Monday.
Yeah.
Man, that's amazing. Thank you so much, bro, for coming. Maybe you can talk to your community. You can talk to those our South Africans will be watching this video, and all the people from Africa. Tell them your last sentiments.
Okay. So what I would like to say more especially to my South African people, this is what I always say. This is my go-to code. The world is an empty canvas waiting for new thoughts to make a change. So there's no one that understands any system. Everything has been created by humans, and it started somewhere. So it's not too late for you to start something. And if you need any information, we are here to help you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Marvin. Really appreciate you, man.
Thanks for having me, man. It's been a privilege. I can see your platform is one of the biggest in the whole Africa.
Yes.
And people should watch it, because I've been watching a couple of episodes. And
thank you so much.
Authentic.
I really appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
so,
you.
guys, that brings us to the end of the Mind Over Trader podcast, Dubai edition, guys. We're looking forward at getting as many traders as possible who are here to just bring the best of the best in Africa. Thank you also so much for making Mind Over Trader podcast the #1 podcast in Africa. I'll see you guys in the next one.